The next stretch of our Aussie road trip took us over 1,000 kilometres across the WA outback in search of a lakeside camp, which we didn't have much luck. Today we left Coolgardie Tourist Park and we did a 260 kilometre drive heading in the Perth direction as we make our way up towards Geraldton. We're staying at the Beaudoin Pioneer Park. We're never going to pronounce it right.
You're struggling with the name.
But it's a nice spot. So yeah, we got here nice and early, so we got a good prime position. Got to pick the first best spot. Nice and shady. Feeling pretty good, feeling pretty keen for a rest after a big drive yesterday. And we've got a few free camps in the West Australian outback area as we head out towards the coast again. So we're just going to try and appreciate some of these quieter, bushy areas. Lots of trees. There's no other cars parked here yet, but it is only midday, so we'll see if we get any neighbours for the night. A nice spot. Eucalyptus trees, we can smell eucalyptus in the air. Lots of glass. There's some toilets here, there's a park here for kids, and there's a service station just a little walk up there, so which seems to be open. There's a bit of traffic that drives past, but it's not that bad. Definitely bearable at this point. I don't think it's really going to bother me too much.
If you live in a city, it's nothing.
Yeah. Our next destination was the Bandee Lake Free Camp, but when we arrived there was no water, but Tony pulled over and we thought we'd have a quick look around. What lives in these holes? There's lots of them. I mean, they could be wombats, right? Probably not that one down there. That's probably some anaconda or something. That's a good spot. Now that we stopped in a safe place to get out of the car, we had a look around and decided we might just keep moving. Then we spotted the Ettamogga pub. We used to have a Ettamogga pub on the Sunshine Coast, but it got changed to the Banana Bender and it's not the same. It was still quite early in the day, but we went in for a quick look around as they were opening up. Definitely not as cool as the one back home. So we headed off to the IGA to get some supplies before going and looking for our next lake spot. Grab some milk. And grab some beer. Now this is strange for us. Back home in Queensland you can't buy alcohol in a supermarket. We're back on the road and the next place we were going to try was Oak Park. And we arrived again and no water. We thought we'd give it one more try trying to find that camp beside some water. So we thought we would try Lake Ninian. And guess what? No water. But it was still a really pretty spot with big open skies, so we thought, let's just hitch up camp here for the night. We've been looking for a lake all day. Apparently Western Australia is very dry at this time of the year and all the lakes are dried up and salty. It was a beautiful spot with open skies, so we got some great night shots. So after leaving Lake Ninian, we were headed to our next destination and our GPS maps started to detour us on a different road. So I did a quick search and stumbled across this Gingimia Cave. Looks like a bit of a walk-in, so we'll go check it out, see if we can find it. And while we were looking for big things along our way, this one wasn't on our list, so it was a nice surprise when we stumbled across it. Probably the biggest big thing that we've ever seen. All set up here at Two Springs. It's a donation camp, so we'll definitely be chucking a donation in there. They've got flushing toilets and a bathroom, and there's a pool. I don't know which way it is. There's a pool there, so already been over for a swim. Swim and ice cream. Good day. Since we had no luck finding any lakes to camp night, we got to Geraldton a little early and decided that we would head down to Milligan Island for a couple of days. I'll add a link here so you can go and check out that video. After a few days at Milligan Island, we headed back to Geraldton for the Big Van Campout. We are set up at the Big Van Campout at the Emu Creek Gardens. Tony's just finishing up his beer, and then we're going to head inside for a look around the gardens. I've already been in there and it's gorgeous. So looking forward to hanging out with some fellow travellers. Off for our big day adventure, following the road train. The Straighties on tour ahead, they're the hosts for the camp out, leading the way. We took a short stroll up the Devlin Pool lookout, which ended with some impromptu shoe fishing when one of the little ones dropped their thong in the water. Then headed down to check out Cape Burney. And yes, that's me driving on the sand for all my very surprised friends back at home watching. Before heading back to camp for dinner, some trivia and tunes. We sat with the Evans family, who are locals from Geraldton, and we impressed them so much with our trivia skills that they invited us back to their house. Honestly though, nicest people ever, cooked us dinner, opened their home to us. It really felt like we were staying with old friends. So huge thank you to Michael and Freya, our new friends in Geraldton. But it was time to move on, so we were heading towards Cervantes so that we could visit the pinnacles. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.